The greatest myth in the WNBA dump has officially been exposed. The myth of all myths. The deception of deception. For the better part of 2 years, maybe even 3 years, the mainstream media has been trying to convince us that Angel Reese is a huge star.
Angel Reese may have declared herself the new face of the WNBA, but the All-Star votes tell a different story. She didn't even crack the top 10. One possible reason? She's shooting just 30.9% from the field, one of the lowest percentages among qualified players this season. The numbers speak louder than the hype.
Well, the first returns are coming in on the WNBA All-Star voting. Of course, it will be in Indianapolis. And as you can imagine, Caitlin Clark is leading the All-Star vote. By the way, it looks like a massive turn.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark wasn't just in the running, she was leading by a mile. She pulled in over 515,000 votes, leaving Angel Reese far behind, as if Reese didn't even realize voting had begun. If you're backing Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, make sure to keep supporting them in this year's All-Star voting. And if you're team Baby Goat over Baby Giraffe, let us know in the comments below. Let's keep it going.
Be honest. Second straight year that Clark has led the fan voting. She was second in early returns in fan voting in 2024, but jumped to first with around 700,000 total votes by the end of the period. So I'm wondering, are we going to see 1 million votes this time? Because I saw somebody earlier that said so far, voting is actually way up versus exactly where we was at this time last year.
And that's where the story starts to fall apart. If Angel Reese is being promoted as the face of the league, why aren't the fans responding with their votes? Let's be honest, she's everywhere right now. From social media feeds to bus stop ads and TV commercials, you can't miss her. But despite all the visibility, her performance hasn't lived up to the spotlight. Right now, she might be the most talked about 30% shooter in recent basketball history.
Caitlin Clark has 3 times the amount of votes. 3 times the amount of votes as Angel Reese. So, there you go. I suspect Sophie Cunningham's numbers are going to grow. After what we've seen, somebody said, I saw some things online about they sold $1 million worth of Sophie Cunningham jerseys, and something in the neighborhood of 12,000 all went out one day.
It wasn't just coverage, media outlets turned Angel Reese into a full-on branding campaign. Forbes called her the driving force behind the WNBA's growth, while sports shows framed her as the league's next big savior. Some articles were so focused on promoting her that they didn't even mention Caitlin Clark, who, by the way, has been consistently hitting deep threes and setting attendance records like it's just another day.
Some in the media even do investigative journalism and claim that Angel Reese is the face of the WNBA because she leads the league in followers on social media, along with missed layups and a complete lack of athleticism. Of course, the vast majority of her followers are bots and lonely men, most of which are not buying tickets or watching her games on television because they can't afford the 5 pesos a month to watch the Chicago Bravado on WNBA League Pass.
And the league fully backed the hype. The WNBA's social media accounts were pushing Angel Reese highlights non-stop, giving her the kind of exposure most All-Stars only dream of. She was everywhere: interviews, podcasts, endorsements, you name it. Reese was getting booked like a blockbuster movie star, and she leaned into it, even claiming she's the reason people are tuning in. It's a bold statement, especially when the numbers suggest fans might actually be tuning in for someone else.
Hi, Angel. David Moses with the Bigs Media. Last year, you made a powerful statement saying the reason people are watching women's basketball is not just because of one player, but because of you too. A year later, do you feel like you're
Next question. Yeah, we'll move on. Thank you. Move on to Zoom.
While Angel Reese was busy talking about building a legacy, Caitlin Clark was actually doing it. Clark's stats weren't just good, they were superstar caliber. Fans don't just show up for personality, they want performance. And when it came time to vote, the numbers did the talking. Clark soared to the top of the All-Star polls, while Reese barely made a dent in the conversation. That's not just surprising, that's a wake-up call. Clip 7. And that disconnect says a lot. With all the media attention surrounding Angel Reese, why didn't it turn into real support at the polls? For every story praising her personality, Caitlin Clark was out there putting up numbers that couldn't be ignored. While Reese was trending on social media for what she said, Clark was trending for what she did on the court. There's a big difference between being popular and being impactful, and clearly, the fans saw it too.
There's a supposed, people keep telling me, supposed second most popular player in the league that doesn't look like the second most popular player at all. And in fact, a rookie I have been touting that is playing better than Angel Reese, Kiki Arifin. Well, basketball fans are showing up, and they have got her voted ahead of Angel right now. Angel is not in the top 10.
Even Forbes, with all its journalistic credibility, named Angel Reese as a driving force behind the WNBA's rise, yet somehow left Caitlin Clark out of the picture. But that kind of media narrative only goes so far when it's the fans who are writing the next chapter. And when the dust settled, it was Clark's name at the top of the All-Star ballot, not because of marketing, but because of her performance on the court.
Angel Reese is the most unskilled basketball player in the history of basketball, in my opinion.
This goes beyond basketball. It's a test of trust. Fans don't want to be told who to support. They want to make that choice for themselves. And when the All-Star ballots came out, they made their voices heard. Despite all the media hype, endorsements, and marketing behind Angel Reese, she didn't crack the top 10, not even close. In the end, when it was time to vote, the fans simply moved on.
There is obviously no way Angel can compare to Caitlin Clark as a shooter or a passer. And there is no way Angel can live up to her dynamic social media / podcast presence as a shooter or a passer or even a shot blocker. She's blocked only 2 shots so far this season. She doesn't even do that.
Now let's talk numbers, because this isn't just about popularity, it's about performance. Angel Reese may be pulling down rebounds, but shooting just 30.9% from the field makes it tough to argue she's playing at an elite level. Especially as a post player, where those close-range shots are expected to be almost automatic. Missing layups consistently isn't exactly what you'd expect from an all-star.
They continue to talk a good game instead of being about a good game. This is fan voting. This is literally vote for who you are a fan of. Vote for who you're a fan of, or vote for who you think is most worthy. Vote for who you're a fan of. Vote for who you think is most worthy. Vote for who you think are the stars in this league. Angel Reese fans, you guys aren't fans of her? You don't think she's most worthy? You don't think she's a star in this league?
Let's not forget that 4-point game against the Fever, a night when Caitlin Clark wasn't even on the floor. It was Angel Reese's moment to shine, and instead, she came up short. Performances like that don't earn all-star votes, they earn internet jokes. Her supporters often point to her rebounding stats, but if you look closer, many of those are what some are calling me-bounds, rebounds off her own missed shots. And in the WNBA, efficiency still matters. Numbers without impact don't tell the whole story.
Lexi Hall, 217,000, and there is Kiki Arifin, 213,500. She's averaging a double-double, a legit double-double, with a good field goal percentage. Angel Reese, well, wait a minute, I thought it was about you too. Everybody's watching because of me too, except everybody's not watching because of you too. I mean, guys, if the ratings ain't enough, and the attendance ain't enough, and what happened at LSU ain't enough, and all this other stuff ain't enough to tell you where Angel Reese's place is, well, it's 13th place.
Sure, the effort is there. Angel Reese hustles, fights for rebounds, and stays active on the court. But in 2025, that's just the baseline. Teams are looking for players who can score, make smart passes, defend well, and knock down free throws under pressure. If rebounding and confidence are all you bring to the table, it's not enough, especially when other rookies and seasoned veterans are putting up double-doubles without needing a spotlight or a camera crew.
So even right down here, the Mirror's calling out Angel Reese. As for Reese, one-time All-Star from last year in a rookie season alongside Clark, who appears set to earn a second honor, has struggled in 2025. 23-year-old, notorious for her rebounding supremacy, averages 11 points, but the Sky are 3-8. And she's shooting like, I don't even know what she's at now. It's probably less than 35%.
Let's talk about fan connection. Caitlin Clark didn't ask to be crowned, she earned it. She's relatable, composed under pressure, and delivers when it matters most. Clark has turned skeptics into supporters and packed arenas with her play. Every game feels like her stage. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is still finding her footing. Bold confidence paired with low shooting percentages won't build a lasting fan base, it just fuels debates on social media. And in a league working hard to grow its audience, that matters. If the goal is to bring in new fans, you need stars who truly shine. Caitlin Clark is doing that. She's drawing viewers, filling seats, and lighting up the scoreboard. Reese, by contrast, is struggling with missed shots and broken momentum. So here's the bottom line, all-star selections aren't about who has the most followers or who gave the most dramatic soundbite. They're about performance, consistency, and showing up when it counts. Caitlin Clark? She's proven herself. Angel Reese? She's still searching for her shot, and her fan base. And that's the difference. One player is helping redefine the league with every pass and every deep three. The other is learning the hard truth. Media buzz can only take you so far, the rest has to come from the game itself. Let that be the takeaway.
These numbers are 100% accurate, and Angel Reese is the 13th most popular player in the WNBA. This probably means she will not be a starter in the All-Star game, which would make sense because Angel Reese shouldn't be a starter for a regular season game.
This vote sends a strong message, not just to Angel Reese, but to every player in the league. If you want to be an All-Star, you have to earn it with consistent performance. It's not about having the biggest personality. It's about making the biggest impact. And fans are watching closely. Angel Reese's media image and her on-court results have officially drifted apart. The All-Star voting made that clear. Hype without results just doesn't cut it anymore. This vote didn't just shake up the All-Star roster, it changed the conversation about what it means to be a star in the WNBA. Fans are demanding more than slogans and sound bites. They want players who show up every night, deliver on the court, and lead by example. Reese may still have the sponsorships and the media coverage, but this is a reality check the league can't ignore. The All-Star process is no longer just a popularity contest, it's a spotlight on what fans truly value. And they're speaking loud and clear, performance matters most. If Angel Reese wants to be the true face of the league, it won't be enough to rely on image alone. She's going to have to prove it with her game. If you're supporting Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, keep voting in this year's All-Star selection. And if you're team Baby Goat over Baby Giraffe, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Click the video on your screen, and we'll see you in the next one.